Okay, I apologize. I don't have my tripod. I have no idea where it ended up. So I'm going to try to do this as best I can, one-handed. So people have been asking me about scroll frames and how they work. This is the whip that I have. It's the Christmas Angel, but because Christmas is technically over and I've really just kind of lost my fire to stitch on this, I'm actually just going to set it aside and work on it at some other time. And so, let's see if I can even just get the magnet off here. Oh, that's a strong magnet. Ah, not that way. No, that's not right. Hang on. Sorry. I wish I knew where my tripod was. Okay. That is set aside. I've loosened the screws so I can just take off the ends here. I apologize for the shakiness of the camera because that's just going to happen. Taking it off and putting it on is not really too difficult. So you have the top rod, you have the bottom rod, and literally you just slide it off. There's the first one and the second one coming off right now. And you'll probably be able to see it just fine, but these have slits in the rods. But this one, this end, it goes all the way through. This end, it doesn't. It has a space, so it doesn't just, fall apart, basically. So I'm going to put this one away, and I will show you how to put the fabric on the scroll frame onto the rods. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, just quickly showing you what I'm going to be stitching on. And it's going to be Celtic Autumn. I'm going to do it similar to the Purple Lady and just do the girl herself and not like the border or anything like that. And this one's going to be pretty special because I have two sisters with red hair and a niece with red hair, and my other sister who technically has brown hair has a lot of red highlights. So it's going to be a great way to think of them while I'm stitching. Okay, I am not exactly sure how this is going to work with me just doing it with, one hand. So I'll try to explain it in layman's terms best way possible. This is my fabric. It may just look plain, but there is a few speckles of brown in the fabric itself. And this one I've already kind of slotted it in on the bottom, and this one just, it does have a finished edge. This one does not, up here. And so I separate the split, and then, like I said, this is hard one-handed. I will try, but I can't guarantee anything. Because once you get it on, it pretty much slides on. It really does help if you have two hands to do this with. Bit by bit, inch by inch, maybe, fingers crossed. This is too hard. Okay, I'm just going to have to just show you once it's finished. Anyway, you slide it on, and then you get it up to the top up here. Okay, so I've got this one in position as well. I think, anyway, as close as I can get. I get as close to the edge without it just, falling out. And with this particular scroll frame, it is just the wooden rods themselves. I have seen some where they have like a piece of fabric, heavy-duty fabric, stapled in, and you literally will stitch the fabric to the fabric that's attached to the rod. Mine doesn't do that, so just a very basic, simple model, yeah. Okay, and after you do that, you roll the material up with the rods. And my camera's running out of batteries. The bottom one I've already got in at the moment. I haven't tightened the screws, but you just roll it up in your hand like this until this can fit into the hole like that. Now don't worry about it being loose or anything, because you will be able to tighten it once it gets in and secured. I'll show you the finished project in just a second. Okay, so I've gotten all of the screws tightened now, and literally what you have to do is just wind up as much of the loose fabric as you can on the top here, or the bottom. I mean, with this particular project, I'm going to start from the bottom, work my way up. I mean, this one is just, you know, a very, what's the word, basic, not a very expensive scroll frame, you know, so for what I bought it for, it totally works just fine. But I think with my next scroll frame that I purchase, I'm going to look for something with a little more tighter tension, because it does tend to be a little bit looser. But like I said, it does the job, and that's basically my little tutorial on how to fit fabric onto a scroll frame. Happy stitching, everybody!